Everyone talks about stacking skills, right? You open your phone and you get bombarded. You have to learn to code. You need to hit the gym harder, master networking, read a book a week. The list never ends. We live in this hustle culture race, trying to add tools to our utility belt, thinking the next certification or the next side hustle is going to be the magic key that changes the game. Work while they sleep, right? But there is a silent skill that holds all the others together, and almost no one talks about it. Without it, all that effort eventually collapses. I'm talking about loving yourself. Now, what if I told you that loving yourself is actually one of the most intelligent, pragmatic, and strategic moves you can make for your career and your life? I know it sounds cheesy. I can feel you rolling your eyes right now. We've been taught that self-love is a luxury. It's fluff. It's something woo-woo for people who have too much free time to stare in the mirror and chant affirmations. In popular culture, we confuse self-love with narcissism, with thinking you're better than everyone else, or just treating yourself to a spa day. But in the real world, it is the exact opposite. Self-love isn't vanity, it's survival. It is pure biology. Let's strip away the mysticism and look at the cold hard facts, at how the human machine actually works. There's a piece of hardware inside your head, and how you treat that hardware defines its output. Neuroscience is clear on this. Self-love has a material basis in your brain. When you treat yourself with excessive harshness, punishing yourself for every mistake, mentally beating yourself up when plans go sideways, you activate the fear and anxiety center of your brain, the amygdala. You put your body into defense mode, fight or flight. And do you know what happens in that mode? You literally get dumber. Your capacity to plan, to create, to focus, and to solve complex problems, functions that live in your prefrontal cortex, drops drastically. So when people say self-love is soft, they are ignoring how the human body functions, because without that foundation of self-acceptance, everything becomes harder. Discipline? Almost impossible if you hate yourself. Focus? Non-existent if your mind is busy criticizing you. Habits, consistency, growth, they all depend on you not being your own enemy. By eliminating that negative internal dialogue, which burns through an absurd amount of mental energy, you free up bandwidth for creativity and problem solving. You become more productive, not by pushing harder, but by treating yourself better. Now, here comes an uncomfortable thought, and I need you to be brutally honest with yourself here. A lot of people swear they love themselves, truly. If you ask them at a party, they'd say, "Of course, I know my worth, I'm the main character of my life." But in practice, in the silence of the day-to-day, these same people treat themselves like their own worst adversary. There's a massive paradox in modern behavior. You say you love yourself, but you ignore yourself when you need it most. You say you love yourself, but you push your health, your sleep, and your well-being to the bottom of the priority list because work or your partner or the approval of strangers on the internet always comes first. You say you love yourself, but look at your actual routine. You stay up late, knowing you're going to wake up exhausted and useless. You eat garbage, knowing it's going to crash your energy. And the worst part, you numb yourself with distractions. You know that infinite scroll before bed, those short videos you watch for 2 hours without even realizing time is passing? That's doom scrolling. That isn't rest, that is anesthesia. We chase that cheap dopamine, that immediate external pleasure to run away from ourselves, to fill a void. Instead of processing what we're feeling, we check out. We sedate ourselves. That is not love. That is neglect. It is treating yourself with a rigidity and a lack of empathy that you would never, ever inflict on a close friend. And look, I'm not saying this to judge anyone, not at all. I speak with this conviction because I have been exactly where you are. I've been in that place where you think productivity means whipping yourself until you burn out, where you think resting is for the weak. I was the person constantly seeking external validation and running from my own emotions by scrolling through feeds. So let me ask you, how can you say you love yourself if you're the first person to abandon yourself when things go wrong? Think about it. If your best friend messed up or was burnt out, would you say to them, "You're a loser, just give up, you're never going to make it, you're a fraud"? Probably not. You'd support them. You'd say, "Hey, get some rest, we'll try again tomorrow." So why does the rule change when it's you? We need to redefine this right now. We need to turn the noun into a verb. Self-love isn't a warm, fuzzy feeling you get once in a while listening to sad music or watching a sunset. Self-love is behavior. It is a verb. It is daily discipline. It's a form of mental hygiene that you have to practice every single day, just like brushing your teeth. It's having the guts to set boundaries, saying no to things that drain your battery to protect your time. It's not betraying yourself in the small commitments of daily life. You know when you promise yourself you're going to work out or study, and when the time comes you negotiate with your laziness and flake? Every time you do that, you teach your brain that your word means nothing. You erode your self-confidence. Loving yourself is doing what is good for you even when you don't feel like it. It's choosing your future self over the immediate pleasure of your present self. It's choosing you over and over. When you truly love yourself, you stop wasting vital energy trying to prove something to others. You focus on what actually matters. You actually rest, and you rest without guilt, understanding that the pause is part of the music. You work with clarity, not driven by the fear of punishment or inadequacy, but by a genuine desire to evolve. Real productivity isn't punishing yourself into exhaustion. It's respecting yourself enough to build a system that works. It's understanding your energy peaks and your biological needs. Your brain works better when it isn't busy sabotaging you. When you practice this self-support, thanks to neuroplasticity, you train your mind to exit survival mode and enter creation mode. You think clearer, learn faster, and make smarter decisions. And if you fail, because you will fail, we're human, errors are part of the process, the person who loves themselves gets back up faster. They don't waste time wallowing. They don't lose days feeling like the worst person on earth. They learn the lesson, forgive the glitch, and move on. That is true resilience. The point is simple but revolutionary. Life gets infinitely lighter when you stop being your own enemy. When you love yourself, you become capable of building the life you actually want, not in one giant leap, but one small action at a time, one boundary at a time, one night of good sleep at a time, one refusal to pick up the phone at a time. If this video made sense to you, if it hit a nerve you needed to feel today, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But more important than the like, more important than the sub, is what you do when this video ends. I want to challenge you to step out of theory. Do one single thing today that proves you are on your own team. Maybe it's putting the phone away an hour before bed. Maybe it's saying that no you've been afraid to say. Maybe it's simply forgiving yourself for something you messed up yesterday and moving on. Don't wait until you feel like it. Just do it. Be your own best ally.